Okay, welcome back, guys. So we're going to work on the next legs now. So working on the legs. So let me just hide those. So I'm just gonna mark. Let me hide. Okay, so I'm just gonna max out the legs. I can inflate that like so. Should be fine. Okay. So let me just mark this out. I think I'll Control W to polygroup that. That marks. Then I would mark this invert selection. Now just blow out the marks. Then I can try using the inflate. Let me just inflate this. Okay. Oops. Undo that. The feet are inflating just way too much. And the tummy was just inflating too, so I don't want that. So let me do this again. Let me mark this again. Something like this should be fine. Not too close to the belly. Then I can just invert the selection and just blow out the marks. Just blow out the marks like so. And I can do my inflate again. Yeah, and blow this out some more. And I can do the inflate again. Yeah, the feet are still getting inflated. No, nope, I don't want this. Let me undo that. I think I need to exclude the feet. I need to exclude the feet. Let me just mark this out. Blur the marks. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I think it's getting there now. Let's see what we can. Let me unmark this. Blur this out. Maybe I can inflate this some more. Something like this. No, okay, something like this should be fine. Something like this should be fine. And I can always make some corrections on this. So start by smoothing this extra layer of flesh back down. Then make some anatomical corrections on the leg. Okay. So I like the way it is now. So I'm not going to add some more fleshiness to it. And some defined regions. So let me just pull this way. Just looking for a good angle for this. Let me max out this region. Blow this out. I think I'll just deflate. No, that's way too much. Let me just inflate this. I think I need to make some corrections to this. I need to make some corrections to this. Maybe something like this should be fine. Let me smooth this in. That finger feels weird. So let me just smooth this in. So let me just smooth this back in like so. Okay. Even though the feet are not going to be seen on the render anyway, because there'll be shoes on this. So I don't think I'll pay too much attention to that. So now let's fix some of the proportions around this. Because the proportions now just feels way out of place. So I'm going to be using this reference and some other references. There's some other references that I can find also. Kind of fix this, especially the scanned reference on the right hand side. I'm going to be using more of that kind of fix the proportions for this. Okay, just smooth this back down. Do some major fixing on the proportions very much. Just see if we have like a reference for this for the legs. Let's see if something we can use. Okay. Mm, let me just carve a line in here for the other side also, and smooth that back down. Smooth that back down. So I think I need to let me just show you guys what I'm trying to do. So this is the reference now. For the back view, this is what I'm trying to imitate now on our model. Let me just add something like this on the side and smooth that back down. Okay. Let's see. Let's check what we can adjust again. Let me no undo that. The dim standard brush. I'm going to carve out something. This is what I'm trying to do. So I'll just carve out a line at the back. Do the same thing also on the opposite side. Something that goes across like so. That should be fine. Then with my clay brush, I'm just going to fill out the back of the heel. I'll just fill this out. I'm going to show you guys what I'm actually doing with some more accurate anatomical references. But just go flow with me. Just flow with me. So basically something like this. You also have to be careful also of the angle. So the angles are kind of important. So one part feels higher than the other part. It feels more slanted. So you want to kind of keep that in mind while creating this. So let me just fill this across like so and smooth that back down. Okay. Okay. So for this angle, for the ankle, the lower part of the feet, just going to do something like digging something like so. The ankles have more of an angle to it, like so, and I'll smooth that back down. Just smooth this down. Okay, let's see. So I'm just kind of adding some generic shape. No, not essentially generic, not actually generic shape, but I'm just kind of flattening that frontal part of the feet. Then working on the ankle now. I'm not going to be adding too much, going too detailed on this. Just to have something in there that feels more proportional. I'm not spending too much time on this fit because here, okay, let me just put this bone. So there's a bone that goes across from the knee down to the ankle. So let me show you guys another reference, a better reference for what I'm trying to do next, so you guys can get a better idea of what I'm trying to do. Let me look for a front view instead. Yeah, I think this should work. Yes, you can see that bone now. The bone now, this bone goes across all the way to the ankle. So I'm going to use my clay build-up brush, kind of carve that in, something like that. So use my clay build-up brush. No, that's too aggressive. Go like that's too aggressive. Okay, let me just go light-handed like this. Build this back up again, something like this, and I'll smooth that back down. Just smooth that down. Okay, that's fine. I think I will just use my standard brush and just carve this like so, and just dig this in also, smooth that out. Okay, just push this up and just blend this. So yeah, something like this should be fine. And I'll smooth that back in. And zoom back out, kind of check the overall proportion to be sure if this is the proportions are not going off. Okay, let me go back to the other scan reference image so I can actually use this. Okay, So let me fix this part. This part feels weird. This part feels really weird. So I'm going to fix. Let's fix that. Blend that, smooth that back down, something like so. Like so, smooth this back down. Carve something like this with standard brush. No, that's too thin. That's too thin. So think I might need to fill that up. I need to add some flesh to that. Let me add some flesh to that and I'll smooth that back down. Okay. Yeah, this should work. Something like this should work. Okay. I'll just flesh this out a bit more. Alright. Just flesh this out. Smooth that back down. Carve something out like so. Smooth that back down also. Okay. Something like this. Let me define this part, this ankle bone a bit more. Now smooth this back down, or smooth all of those. Okay. I think we're getting there now. Getting there. Okay. Though the face should be a bit more flexible. Doesn't really matter that much because I'm still going to be covering it. So spending so much time on a detail that you won't actually see is not really ideal. Okay, so the upper part now, let's look on the upper part. So let me just start cutting some cut lines here. And that's too much, let me do that. So let me just I won't go that far. Something like this should be fine. Just smooth that out. Okay. Alright. I think I will just push this out. Okay. So now for the upper part now. So with my standard brush, I'll begin to carve out some lines to kind of define the ankle. Just trying to define the ankle in here. I'm looking at my reference image and I'm kind of defining the ankle. Okay. So kind of fill this up with my clay brush. Just smooth that back down. With my standard brush. Let me just show you guys what I'm trying to do. Let me increase this a bit more. Just carve something in like so. Carve something in here also. So this is the parts, you can see them now, the corresponding parts I'm trying to achieve. So let me go to this, just, no, this is not showing it properly, let me just look for something else. Let me hide, let me just solo out just the leg part. So I carve something out like this, that goes across, something like so. Then from this angle, I'll just kind of connect this. I'll just kind of take down the size and connect this. No, am I doing this properly? Yeah, I think that's fine. Probably fine. Okay. Let's see for this. Okay, for this angle, let me just look for this other angle like so. Yeah, it looks messed up on this angle. So that's why you always need to check for more views to be sure if it's working correctly. So now we need to fix this. So I need to fix this correctly now from this angle. Let me just smooth this out. Start by smoothing this out. And just do this a bit more accurately. Something like this. Okay. Now dig this back down. Smooth this out. Just collapse this and smooth this. I think fill this up like so. Yeah, I think that should be fine. So yeah, that probably fine. So let me just do a line like so. No, that's I think I want to do that. Let me undo that. Let me do that. Let's go to this part. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So let me just do something like so, something like so. Okay. Just check this. Yeah, I think I've done that already. Just carve out for the bots, something like so. Most of these parts are not going to be seen anyways, but I'm just kind of making this look proportionally as accurate as I can. So let me show you guys the real anatomical reference for this, so, so I can show you guys what I'm trying to do. Okay, yeah, this, I think something like this should connect. So let me just fill that up. This should connect like so. You can see from our reference image, I should connect. So that's the mass I'm trying to. I just created. Then the mass for the backside also, you can see the difference. Also, you can see how slanted it is. So I'm trying as much as possible not to stray away from the real anatomical reference that we have. So I don't start doing things off the rails and then do what does not feel anatomically correct or accurate enough. So let me just fill this up with clay brush. Now smooth that back down. So, so I'm going to flesh some of this out a bit more. I'm going to be fleshing this out a bit more. So I just dividing that again. I'm still going to smooth that back down anyways, but just to have something in there. So now the clay brush now I can begin to fill all of this up, just adding some more fleshiness to this, just adding some more fleshiness to some of this, to most of this. Let me hide the arm. So I'm not going to be fleshing things a bit, fleshing things out a bit more now. So I'm not going to be fleshing this out. Okay, just fill that up. For the side, I was going to fill that up also. Just fill this up and I'll smooth that black back down. And just fill this up. That line is not supposed to be there. And just add some more fleshiness to this. Just flesh all of this up a bit more. Okay. I'm still going to be smoothing all of this back down, so so you kind of blend, so everything kind of gets blended back in. Let me flesh this out some more. And smooth this, flesh this out some more. So smooth, fleshing this out some more and smooth. Okay. So basically from here on out, this is the process. The process for this now is not too complicated. Since I've already added some flesh to it, I'm just going to be smoothing most of this out. Okay. These are details that you won't actually see, but it's always fun to add something in there anyways. Now let me focus on the nail. Let's do something for the nail. So I just went up one subdivision level higher, just one subdivision level higher. Okay. Let me just use this new. So I'm using this new reference instead. So I'm basically just trying to replicate what I see now in the reference image. Okay. Start blocking some of this out, like so. Okay. Let's see. So I'm just fleshing this out. Let me just block this out, and I'll just flesh most of this out. Okay. So I want to have some kind of sagginess around that knee part. So just have some kind of sagginess around there. So then turn that brush to kind of dig in. Then with the clay builder brush, I'll just fill this up. So it makes it like feels more saggy around that region. Okay, something like so. Let me dig this in some more. Alright, yeah, looking good. Let me just fill this up. So more or less, I'm just more or less repetitive pattern here. You guys can look for your own fat reference image and try to replicate. But I'm basically doing this from head. And this might not be absolutely accurate doing this from head anyways. It's not absolutely accurate doing it from head, but just to make this feel interesting. Just to make this feel interesting. I might take that off later on, but I think for now I'm just going to leave it. I like it. Even though it's not going to be seen. Because anatomically this, if the flesh is fatter around the laps region, then that means those more structural muscle structure were added on the laps. We should kind of eliminate most of that and then just make this feel more rounded, more like a tube. But since this is a region we're not really going to be seeing, so I can just do whatever I want in there. But please don't just do whatever you want in there. Make sure you're doing that in a more realistic way, the way you should be in real life. So and that's why I need a lot of lots of reference for what you're trying to do. So you don't strain off doing something from your head that is not completely realistic. That has no anatomical back checking for it. So always keep that in mind. I'm just strolling around. I'm basically just strolling around the model and then just doing light fixes on some regions of the leg. Let me just flesh this out. Just flesh most of this out and just smooth this back down. Okay, let me just do something for the under part of the leg. Just add some flesh to this and then just smooth that back down. 3. Okay. The toes are completely messed up. Completely messed up. But it's definitely fixable. But I think I might just fix that outside the scope of this video, because I'm still going to be covering that with shoes anyway. So even though I fix that and then you don't fix yours, it's still fine. Because you're going to be having shoes in there. But if you want to render out the foot, you probably need to fix that. Like you definitely need to even fix that. So proportionally, I think this is a good place already for me. This is a good place for me proportionally. I think I need to accentuate this a bit more. Just accentuate this a bit more, and then I'll smooth that back down. Okay. So yeah, so I think in the next lesson, I think we're going to be working on the main event, which is the head. try to capture a close enough likeness to the Hall. So this has been fun. So I will see you guys in the next lesson.